Once upon a time, there lived a couple in a village. They have been married for so many years but have not been able to conceive. Paul has turned himself to a stark drunkard and would beat up his wife if she dared caution him or went against his wishes. He was also known as an adulterer, as he will sleep around with women as he pleases. Akachi is a very good woman who obeyed her husband and never went against his wishes. She would always make sure she did everything she was told to do by her husband to avoid his wrath. She was the breadwinner of the family, as the husband has failed in his role as the head of the family. So his duties has fallen on the shoulders of Akachi to look after her and the husband. Akachi was treated badly by her mother-in-law. She was in support of her son in maltreating her, and she blamed her for her childlessness by calling her a barren woman. She would always ask Akachi to give her a grandchild, as she wasn't meant for decoration in their home. Akachi kept living in misery, as even when she informs her own parents of what she's going through in the hands of her husband, they would ask her to endure, that everything will be fine, that she should not dare to do anything to make her husband angry. Akachi's pillows were always soaked with tears from crying and praying, and wondered how long this would continue. One day, while Akachi was hulking, she stumbled on her old friend. Her friend wasn't happy with the way Akachi was and asked they go somewhere to talk better. They reconnected and had a long talk. She told her friend all she was going through and her issues of not having a child yet, and how it was already affecting her marriage. She told her that she had nowhere to go, that even her parents don't want her to go back home. She was upset that her parents would let her to still stay with this man. She told her friend to please leave that thing she called a marriage, and that she can always start her life afresh. She said she could talk to her husband to help her with some money so she could set her up in a business. She thanked her friend for her gesture and said no, that she can't accept that she knows her husband will change. Her friend told her that men like that don't change, and told her how she could reach her in case she needs her help. She thanked her friend and they both bade themselves goodbye. One day, Paul came back in one of his moods, very drunk, and this time around, he came with a lady of the night. Before Akachi could confront her husband, asking him why he would bring another woman to the house, he pounced on her and gave her the beating of her life and left her in the sitting room and went inside with the lady. The next morning, she set off to see her friend in her house. Her friend, on seeing Akachi, said she has had enough of all this ill treatment her husband is giving her, and had to rush her to the medicine man so she could be healed, as she came in a bad shape. The man said she needs to rest for a day or two, as her injuries were very severe. Her friend Ijoma pleaded with her to please leave that man alone, that he was no good. She said she will have to return, as she did not want troubles with her husband. Akachi went back the next day, and her husband asked her where she was coming from. She replied saying she had to go treat the wounds which he inflicted on her body, and he called her a liar. That does he think he does not know she went to sleep with another man while in his own house? That he won't let her make a mockery of him? That she should go in and pack all her things and leave, That besides, she's just a piece of furniture in that house, as the only thing a woman is meant to do in her husband's house, which is to bear 4 children, that she can't do it and that she should leave. He has decided to take another woman as his wife and does not want her anywhere close to his house, as he might end up killing her. Akachi begged her husband not to do this, but he paid no attention to her pleadings, and his mom came out with her things and threw them outside. She picked up her things and told him that she will leave, but he will regret his decisions. She went to meet Ijoma after she went to her parents' house, and they refused to let her in, saying, does she want to disgrace them in the village, that she should go back to her husband's house and that she should beg him. Ijoma just shook her head and invited her friend into her home. She told her husband of her friend's plight and asked him to please help her out. The husband agreed and gave her money to help her friend. Ijoma set her friend up in the business, and soon after, Akachi started to heal from within. A lovely young man saw Akachi and fell in love with her. They got acquainted with themselves and soon decided to get married. Not so long after their marriage, Akachi took in, though not surprised she would take in so fast, but was happy that truly what the medicine man told her was true. Soon news about her being pregnant traveled and reached her ex-husband's ears. He became the talk of town, and people wondered how come she took in so fast within a short period of time. Her ex-husband, on coming to find out if it's really true, then she started saying the day she came back that she decided to find out from him why he would keep such a secret from her. Well, it turns out that the time she was badly beaten by him and her friend Ijoma took her to be treated, she also inquired as to why she can't conceive, and he told her that she is very fertile, that it was you, her husband, who had the problem, and you knew about it, both you and your mother, that years ago you hurt yourself while playing, and you were told you would never father a child. That's why you and your mother are frustrating me for something that is your fault is what he can't tell. That what you and your mother did to me was inhumane, and to think I wanted to forgive you, that thank God you did what you did, that now she knows true happiness, and I hope you and your mother never find peace and joy. He started begging her to forgive him. She replied saying, I hold no grudge against you, but you are getting what you deserve, and asked him not to come to her compound again. Soon word spread about him being impotent, and no one wanted to associate with him, let alone marry him, as his second wife left him as soon as she heard about his inability to have kids. The end. The lesson of this story is, never stay in an abusive relationship just because of what people will say. As a parent, if your child is suffering in her home, find a way to help her. If not, they might bring back your child in a coffin. Never treat your partner badly. Always love and respect them. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this story and learned one or two. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as it helps us grow. Please leave a comment, like, and share, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.